Hello, friends. It's Pastor Don, and it's time for this week's episode of PD on Pop Culture. Now, this week I wanted to talk to you about a couple of movies that I watched together. They're same character, but not really sequels. Anyway, the films are called Punisher, The Punisher, and Punisher Warzone. For those unfamiliar, The Punisher is a Marvel. Well, he's not a superhero. He's really just a guy, but he's a Marvel comic book character who is a vigilante. He is taking revenge for his family being killed, depending on where you get the story, whether it was intentional or accidental. But either way, he takes up arms, he wears body armor, he kills the bad guys. Um, as to the films, they're available on, I think they're on demand right now. Um, not a recommendation. I don't suggest you seek them out to watch them. One, the stories aren't great. Two, you're not gonna like them. Most of the people that watch my videos, you're not gonna like these films. They're pretty violent. I mean, it was just a couple hours to kind of edge out. So, but they got me to thinking a little bit about that very idea of vigilantes and where we've been as a society with vigilantes. Some may be old enough to remember the subway vigilante in New York. Bernie Getz, I think it was his name. Carried a gun just so he could look for trouble and shoot the bad guys. Not a good idea, right? And the Bible talks specifically about not taking vengeance, and that's really what a vigilante is, right? Someone who takes vengeance. um you know Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. Or this is Matthew 5 chapter where he's quoting the Old Testament. Jesus quoting the Old Testament, saying, you've heard it said, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth, but I tell you to pray for your enemies, love your enemies and pray for them. Now, granted, not easy to do, and I understand that. I've been there. But that's what we're called to, a higher standard, right? I think we've got a little bit of that going on in society today because we have a lot of folks who are sort of self-appointed law enforcers, who need to go around telling other people that they have to do something. And I think I don't have to say what I'm talking about for most of you to understand what I'm talking about. It's not necessary. Let the authorities handle it. Let the people who are in charge handle it. Don't be a vigilante. Don't be that person that has to enforce the rules unless you've been given the authority to do so, right? I think that's important. I think it's important that we respect one another more than we try to rule one another. I think it's more important that we love one another than that we seek vengeance when we've been wronged. We've all been wronged. We've all been in a bad place. And if we all sought vengeance, well, what's the old saying? An eye for an eye leaves both people blind. Anyway, that's kind of what I thought about this, or where this thoughts on these films took me. Again, I wouldn't seek them out. I probably won't watch them again. I watch them simply because I do like comic book movies, but these were not very good, and they're really not worth your time seeking out. So anyway, that's what I have for you this week. Hope you're all doing well. Take care and God bless. Bye now.